I was sued and somebody brought the papers by, gave them to a family member, but then the family member forgot to give them to me. So the question is, was I served? So this is something that we're asked quite a bit, because you may be sued and then they go to an old address, and maybe your mother lives there, your grandmother, a cousin, somebody lives there, and they hand it to a family member. They hand the lawsuit papers to a family member, and the family member gets them, and then they just forget to tell you about it. Well, 14 days goes by in small claims or district court, or 30 days in circuit court. Those are the time periods that you have to answer your lawsuit. And then once that happens, then boom, they file a default judgment. They get a judgment against you, so now you're being garnished, your bank account's wiped out, your checks are being garnished, maybe there's a lien on your house, or they're even trying to sell your house, and you're going, whoa, what happened? And then when you start investigating this, you realize, oh, they gave it to a family member. Well, the critical question when you have a judgment is, were you served? If you were served and you didn't respond in time, then very few options. But if you were not served, then there's no time period to answer, because you have to be served for that time period to start. So again, go back to our question. They gave it to a family member. Well, frankly, it doesn't matter if it's a family member, if it's your best friend in the world, or your most mortal enemy. None of that matters. What matters is, did they give it to an adult who's competent, who lives in your house or your apartment or wherever you happen to live? So let's say your mother comes to visit for a week. Process server knocks on the door. Your mom opens the door. They say, so I'll use myself as an example. They say, hey, do you know John Watts? Well, yes, that's my son. Well, does he live here? Yes. They give her the papers, and then she forgets to tell me about it. Am I served? No. She doesn't live there. She's just visiting. Well, what if I have a roommate? I may not even like the roommate. They hand it to the roommate, and then he throws them away. Am I served? Yeah, I'm served there, because that roommate lives there. So again, you have to know, who did they give the papers to? And the question that's been asked in the title of this video is about family members, but really it makes no difference. What makes the difference is that person competent? Okay, so we're not talking about somebody with Alzheimer's or dementia. We're not talking about a 12-year-old. We're talking about a competent adult. Do they live with you? If they live with you, it's really the same thing as handing it to you. Now, as you can imagine, there are exceptions and exceptions to exceptions. So you have to look into this yourself. I'm just giving you a starting point. And all I'm talking about is Alabama. I have no idea what the rules are in Georgia or California or Texas or anywhere else. This is Alabama. So if you're in Alabama and you're wondering, okay, does the court think that I was served? Was I actually served? Give us a call, 205-879-2447, or reach us at alabamaconsumer.com. You can ask for Carolyn. She'll look you up on the Alabama court system. What does the court say about, do they think you were served? Now, they may be wrong, but you need to know if the court thinks you were served. And then beyond all that, what are your options? Okay, if you've been sued, whether you're served or not served, what are your options? How are you going to deal with this? We're more than happy to help you with that. We've represented, I can't tell you how many hundreds and hundreds of clients over a very long period of time that have been sued, whether we're talking Capital One, American Express, or we're talking Midland Funding, Portfolio Recovery, whoever we're talking about, we'll be glad to help you walk through your options. So let us know if we can help you in any way, and we'll look forward to talking to you. Thanks. Bye-bye.